Imagine a blockchain so fast it barely waits for your transaction to finish loading before it's already confirmed. Not metaphorically, actually that fast. While most people still think crypto means slow, clunky transactions and painful fees, Solana is proving that narrative doesn't have to stick. And yet, for some reason, most explanations about it are either full of jargon, outdated, or just boring. Let's fix that. Today, you're getting a clear, engaging breakdown of what makes Solana special, from how it works under the hood to what it's doing differently from Ethereum, and whether it actually lives up to the hype. If you stay with me until the end, I'll also share some important challenges facing Solana that no one talks about. By the time we're done, you'll understand the whole picture, not just a sales pitch. Let's start with the big picture. Solana is a smart contract platform like Ethereum, meaning developers can build decentralized applications on it. DeFi protocols, NFT marketplaces, on-chain games, you name it. But where Solana stands out is speed. We're talking block finality in under a second and theoretical throughput in the hundreds of thousands of transactions per second. That makes Visa look like it's using dial-up. So how exactly does Solana manage this? The secret sauce is something called proof of history, a completely different way of thinking about time and ordering events in a blockchain. Most blockchains need to constantly check in with each other to agree on what happened and when. Solana flips that idea on its head. Instead of waiting around for validators to synchronize their clocks, it builds a cryptographic clock right into the system itself. Validators can timestamp their data, verify it independently, and move on without waiting for permission. Think of it like giving everyone a synced stopwatch and telling them to go run their laps. No huddles, no delays, just clean sequencing and faster consensus. Now, proof of history isn't a full consensus mechanism on its own. It's more like a turbocharger strapped to Solana's underlying proof-of-stake engine. Validators still stake SOL to participate and earn rewards, but thanks to POH, they don't need to constantly message each other back and forth to coordinate block production. That slashes latency, boosts throughput, and keeps the network lean and mean. And it gets better. Solana also implements something called parallel transaction processing. While Ethereum's virtual machine executes one smart contract at a time, Solana's runtime can handle multiple contracts simultaneously, as long as they don't touch the same state. It's like turning a single-lane road into an expressway. Suddenly, your traffic jam becomes free-flowing. This parallelization is possible thanks to C-Level, Solana's own engine for running smart contracts. If you're a developer, that means you can write apps that make use of the network's full power without stepping on each other's toes. It also means more throughput and more efficiency. Now let's talk about cost. One of the biggest pain points on Ethereum, especially during bull markets, is fees. Simple transactions can run you $10, $50, or even $100 when the network is congested. Solana, we're talking fractions of a penny. And that's not just marketing, it's actually that cheap. So to recap so far, fast, cheap, scalable. But is that all that matters? Not quite. Let's zoom in on Solana's tokenomics. The native token, SOL, is used for transaction fees, staking, and interacting with smart contracts. It's inflationary, with an initial annual inflation rate of around 8%, which gradually declines over time toward a long-term target of 1.5%. But there's also a burn mechanism in place. Currently, 50% of all transaction fees are burned, creating a counterbalance to inflation. Now let's get real. Solana isn't perfect. Its performance comes with trade-offs. For one, its validator hardware requirements are steep. Not everyone can afford to run a full node. You'll need serious bandwidth and high-end specs, which makes decentralization a concern. Fewer validators means more centralization risk, and that's a big red flag for purists. And then there's the uptime issue. Solana has experienced multiple network outages over the years, some lasting hours, caused by bugs, spam attacks, or validator overload. While the dev team is actively addressing these issues, it raises questions about how production-ready the platform truly is for global-scale finance. That said, Solana is evolving, fast. Its ecosystem is no longer just copy-paste versions of Ethereum dApps. It's got original hits like Stepn, the Move to Earn app, Magic Eden for NFTs, and Jupiter for swapping tokens, not to mention integrations with real-world brands and even mobile hardware. Yep, Solana launched its own Android phone, the Saga, aimed at bringing Web3 directly to your fingertips. Let's not forget about compression tech either. Solana now supports compressed NFTs, letting creators mint collections of hundreds of thousands of items at ultra-low cost. That's a game changer for real-world loyalty systems, games, and scalable on-chain art. And while most Layer 1 chains are fighting for attention, Solana has quietly become a go-to for big NFT drops, meme coin launches, and high-frequency traders alike. Its speed and cost advantages are hard to beat, even if it's still ironing out some wrinkles. So should Solana be your next big crypto bet? That depends on your priorities. If you care about raw performance, low fees, and a vibrant developer scene, Solana is a strong contender. But if you're a decentralization maximalist or want something battle-tested like Bitcoin or Ethereum, you might look elsewhere, at least for now. One final thought. The future of blockchain won't belong to the slowest or even the most decentralized chain. It'll go to the one that can strike a balance. Fast enough to scale, secure enough to trust, and decentralized enough to survive. Solana is betting that performance is the key to adoption, and whether you love it or hate it, it's pushing the entire crypto industry to evolve faster. If you learned something today, or if this made Solana finally click for you in a way those old charts and buzzwords never did, then do yourself a favor, follow the channel. You don't want to miss what's coming next.